Welcome to Vegas Circle Podcast with your hosts, Paki and Chris. We are people who are passionate about business, success, and culture. And this is our platform to showcase the people in our city who are making it happen. On today's podcast, we welcome in a special guest who's a recording artist, entrepreneur, and actor. From signing with Maybach Music to dropping his new film, Loyalty Over Trust. He's built a name that nobody can ignore. We welcome him to the circle, good brother Yowda.
How you doing, man?
Good to see you, man. Good to see you in the
bro.
flesh, man. Yeah. So he's making a lot of moves, man. From business, writing movies. I just got a chance to check out your new flick. But let's jump right in, man. So first off, so you signed with Maybach Music in originally.
Yeah, originally through management. But yeah, I signed with them a long time ago. Like 2015, 16, something.
Damn, so 10 years ago. Yeah. Almost 11 years ago. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. How'd you connect with them, man? How'd you get on their radar for management?
Ross heard my music through a buddy of mine. Okay. A buddy of mine was picking up Ross to give him a ride.
In Florida or here in Vegas? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as soon as he got in the car, my homeboy threw my music on. The dude at first was like, his security was like, hey, turn that off. He don't want to hear nobody else. My buddy was like, this is my car. Y'all can walk. You don't listen to what I want to.
Wow.
And then Ross was like, let me hear that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that happened.
That's a good buddy, man.
Yeah, that's
somebody who rep you. That was a good business move, strategic move. Yeah. So what ended up happening with that, man? So you signed in with management to be able to just what was that whole process like with management for real?
He treated me like one of the artists for real, but I got to control everything.
Love that.
That was part of our arrangement. You know what I'm saying? He said he'd mess with me as long as I did my own thing because he felt like I was stable enough to handle my own business and didn't need a label. So he's like, stay independent and I got you.
Okay.
So that's how we pushed.
Love that. Yeah. Vegas hip hop, man, is just a very unique situation, man. And I know we can go down a lot of different rabbit holes, man, but what's your take on just Vegas, I'm going to say just Vegas artists in general and the music scene from people making music that are from Vegas? What would you say is your perspective on that?
There's a couple artists that I really like out here that rap. I think it's all about the push.
Okay.
I think it's like any other city. A lot of people get distracted out here. It's too much hustling going on. You know what I mean?
It's dangerous.
It is. Yeah. People get wrapped up in it a lot. And I feel like I feel like a lot of the artists here end up making money other places. So they're not as dedicated to the music as they should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because other things are distracting them. And when you focus on a goal, you got to focus on that one goal. You know what I mean?
It's like literally tunnel vision.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? From the bottom to the top. And sometimes, the worst thing about the music industry is that part where you ain't. Can I cuss?
Do what you do.
Okay, that part where you ain't shit.
Yep.
That part where you starting off where you ain't shit. That part where you starting off where nobody knows you, nobody wants to hear you. You know what I'm saying? I remember giving my CD to somebody one time, and when I walked away, they was trying to hand it to somebody else. And he was like, "You take it, no, you take it," and then they end up throwing it in the trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Going through stuff like that. So nobody wants to go through that. So everybody want to look like they're successful before they are. And I feel like that's the problem.
Yeah. Is it because of so much of the glitz and glamour, right? Like I've been here 18 years and I love Vegas, but it's Vegas, not like any other city.
Vegas is a glitz and glamour city, man.
It is.
Somebody come here, I've been to a lot of cities, a lot of different places. And I mean, there's people getting money a lot of places, but a lot of cities, people getting money and they don't try to show it as much. Here it's open.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying?
Very
like
true.
Here, even when, when I was, let's say 6-7 years ago, here it's common to see somebody in a Rolls Royce riding around, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, stuff like that. You go to other cities, it's like, oh, he might be a ball player, or he's you know what I'm saying?
That's
here,
very
it's like
true.
You
see that every day, literally every day.
Everybody's a hustler here. You know what I'm saying? So all the cars and stuff you see, they're not from rappers, they're not from entrepreneurs, they're really from dudes in the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What do you like about Great Vegas, just growing up here, man, just in general? The foundation.
The access to everybody. Everybody's coming here. At some point in time, everybody's going to come here.
Yeah.
So that's how I end up getting a lot of my features and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It helped me a lot because I took advantage of that. Like people coming in town, hey, what's up? Hey, you know where I can get some weed, I can get some lean? Yeah, pull up to the studio.
Smart. Yeah. Come through. Yeah.
Let me get a song. Let me get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So stuff like that. So that's one thing good about Vegas. You can get access to anybody here because they're going to come.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I love about it. That's why we started Vegas Circle. We started about in 2018, so we've been going on 7 years now, man.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest thing was like Vegas is such a hub, but then you got the Strip that literally dims the light from a lot of people. And there's a lot of, like you just mentioned, there's a lot of business folks here that are really, really doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Very educated, very creative, and we wanted to put that spotlight on. So let's talk a little bit about just your whole catalog. Right? I mean, you work with a lot of different people. DJ Mustard's produced, some of your stuff. You got YG. You work. I can't even. Your resume's long.
Ross, Kevin Gates. There's a bunch of people. I gotta.
Who have you enjoyed the most working with?
I kind of feel like everybody I've worked with, I've got like a friendship with.
Love
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Nothing was ever really like over. I'm gonna email you this, you email it back, and we never even hung out before.
Yep.
So that's one thing I like about all the features I got. You know, only one feature. The first feature I got was from 2 Chainz. That's actually
your first feature.
First feature I had.
That's a huge feature. Yeah.
Well, that's the only feature I paid for.
Okay.
Yeah, all the other features were kind of like, me and you kicking it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. So, and I kind of learned my lesson with that, because he treated it like a business.
That's interesting.
So it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Like with these other guys I got features with, we locked in. So if I'm in their city, I call them, I mess with them. You know what I'm saying? We hang out, we do things. It's easier to get footage and stuff like that.
So the energy is completely different.
For sure.
When you're paying versus relationship. Yeah. That's ill. Yeah. That's ill. I got to ask about Mustard, man, because obviously he's ridiculous.
That's my man.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I was messing with them before
I wanted to ask. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. How long ago did you connect with them?
Man, I connected with Mustard about 10 years ago.
And people I still don't think he gets the respect as other DJ. I mean, I know he does because of Kendrick and all that, but I still feel like he's so talented.
Like he's a West Coast legend.
Okay, I love that. I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
I do. He's made a lot of moves, and if we're talking numbers, then, we can't deny what he's done.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Did you like I was listening to Mob, right? Mob coming out with a new album, Havoc, putting it together. How'd you feel back in the day, man, with all the East Coast, West Coast BS, man? What were you
Nas
feeling
is
like?
my favorite artist.
I love that.
Yeah, Nas is my favorite artist.
Love that. Why? Why was Nas?
I don't know, man. It was just something about him when I was growing up and just listening to him. I really liked it.
Yeah.
And as far as that, I grew up in the Reno area in here, so everything's mostly Bay Area and LA.
Yeah.
Like my top 5 is definitely artists from the Bay Area.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But Nas is right there. Then it's like Bay. You know what I'm saying?
It's interesting you say that because I'm originally from Chicago, and I remember my first time going to the Bay, going to the barbershop, and they treated me so well. I didn't realize how many people from Chicago live in the Bay or have their roots from the Bay. And it's so interesting you say that, like E40 and all them cats, man, just solid people. Yeah,
legends.
Solid.
Yeah, legends.
So going to the top 5, man, so we'll stay in that lane real quick. So who would you say is your top 5? So you mentioned Nas, so.
Nas, I got a top 20 though, man.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yeah.
I'm one of them dudes who still root for Messy Marv.
I don't even know who Messy Marv is.
Oh, you slipping.
Okay. I don't even know who that is. I'm not going to front with you. Okay.
He's from San Francisco, California. Mac Dre, of course.
Mac Dre, I know, yeah.
40. I listened to a lot of SIBO growing up as a kid. Brother Lynch. They from Sacramento, not really from the Bay, but man, I could go on. Keek the Sneak.
Yeah. I know Keek the Sneak. Yeah, I know,
back then, 3 Times Crazy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
The Loonies. Numb and Yuck is my homies. I fuck with Yuck Mouth real tough.
Okay.
That's my dog.
Okay.
I'm actually on his new album coming out.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah. Okay. You mess with Black Thought at all, man? That's my number 1.
He's cool, but he's not on my top radar. I'm from the West Coast, man. So
why y'all say that, man?
No, he's dope. He's definitely like, if we're just going, not my top 5, but if we just do a all around top 5, I feel like he's probably like up there with a Jay.
Okay. I
respect
that. Yeah,
I like Talib
respect
Kweli
that.
a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's up there with that. He's his mental and what he's talking about is very relatable for an intelligent black man.
Love that. That's why I've always loved him, man. The wisdom of breaking all that down and then losing your parents at a young age and being able to keep your head right and then building the roots is amazing. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. Did I read this right? So does Metro Police Department, do they have you on the
list?
That's a real list?
Yeah.
So you couldn't do any of your shows in Vegas at all? They blocked you, basically blackballed you?
Yeah.
Why is that? Yeah. And I got a follow-up question with that. There's a reason why I'm asking.
They say because of the crowd.
Okay.
And, we just going to be up and up, like,
Yeah.
I understand why it happened,
Okay.
and why they did it. But at the same time, my growth has outgrown that image. It's like, okay, I've been doing positive things for so long and been doing this for so long. Like, that shouldn't be
nothing to do with it.
You know what I'm saying? And I've never had an incident and nothing I've ever had going on. You know what I mean? But I've had a lawyer talk to the detectives and stuff like that. And the problem was because they felt like I could control a crowd. So the detective literally word for word told the lawyer, he said, well, we don't want Yowda because he's like, well, he's never had an incident in none of his functions.
But they still block.
And the cop was like, that's the problem. He was like, well, we have all these dudes from different gangs in different places and they're all getting along when he's around. But when he's not around, they're not getting along. So we feel like he can control the crowd. So that was
That's ill.
Yeah, it is.
That's super ill.
I get it, just being, a realist, but at the same time, it's like, that's not what...
That's too much power is what you're saying. That's too much power.
That's what they say, but, it's really like they just looking out. Like, people are proud to have somebody from here doing something, so it's like... Because I had a couple people come to me, man, I know it's your show, so I'm going to leave because I see dude, and if I want to bust his head at your stuff. Like, I appreciate that,
respect,
bro. You know what I'm saying?
That respect,
So I've had situations like that, but yeah, that's why they...
Who else is on this list, man? This is wild.
Right now, they got everybody on the list, really. Most rappers from here, a lot of them.
Well, I don't understand. Because, do you know who Dolemite is?
Dolemite, that sounds familiar.
Dolemite, I had him on recently, and he mentioned the same thing. And I'm like, what is that? Like, I don't understand why we wouldn't want to support the people that are from here.
Once they started it, it was just like, all right, let's just put everybody on it.
So you got to be from out of town to come in and make your money and the whole nine because it just racks up.
Yeah, I had him tell a dude who owned a place that they were going to set up a DUI check stop in the parking lot.
Coming out the show. Oh, hell no. Okay.
They told him that because he was like, I'll do it. I don't care what they say. And then when they got close, they was like,
so that's that ill. Yeah. What would you want your legacy for the next generation growing up in Vegas, especially looking up to you?
Just the work ethic, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I got over 600 songs on all platforms.
600.
Over 600.
To tell you all the work. Yeah. Love that. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like 100 and something videos on YouTube, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, the catalog is definitely where it's at for me, and just do that. Like, a lot of people don't drop a lot of music. I have been slacking lately because of the movies and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So, but usually, you know what I'm saying? It was like 5-6 projects a year.
That's a lot. Yeah. When did you get into music? Like, what year did you get in? Was it when you got the management deal with Maybach, or when was
the same year? Yeah. I started rapping because I lost a bet.
You kidding me?
Yeah. The same dude that played the song in there, that's my homeboy Natter. Yeah.
Wow.
We had made a bet.
You lost a bet.
Yeah. I lost a bet to him, and the bet was like, if he won, then I would make a mixtape, basically.
See, he must have seen something.
And then,
he must have seen something.
So, and then that first mixtape I did later than Hands of Ross. Yeah.
That's ill. That's God's will right there, boy. Yeah. You a 2-time jiu-jitsu
champion, yeah.
What got you into MMA and all that? Yeah.
I always worked out and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that was that. And then I started I did jiu-jitsu a few times. The very first time I did jiu-jitsu, I remember we did the warm-up for the class, right?
Okay.
So the warm-up was like 45 minutes. So we got done with the warm-up. I was like, oh, man, that was a good workout. They was like, nah, that's the warm-up.
That's the warm-up.
I was like, what?
Okay. It's serious.
So I remember we were in there and we were sparring and rolling and stuff, and it was a little dude, and he was getting with me. And I'm like,
that's serious. That's not for play. Yeah.
Nah. So I was like, man, let me try it. So I did it a little bit, then kind of didn't pursue it as much as I probably should have. And then maybe 2 years ago, I started going back heavy, 3 days a week, 3-4 days a week, training and doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And nationals was coming up, so, and I was a white belt, so they were like, man, you want to try for nationals? I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
And I went in there, and then, of course, doing the tournament for nationals was a lot different than me sparring in the gym, because in the gym, they're trying to teach you.
Yep.
Nobody's
trying to take your head off. Yeah.
When I got in there, dude grabbed me. I'm like, oh, this fool serious.
Yeah. That's not for play. Yeah.
Nah, he was trying to. So, and then, I just did my best, and I ended up winning. So I ended up winning a gold medal.
Oh, congrats.
Plus all the phone, everybody had their phone out. I was like, I can't.
Can't get yoked up.
I talk too crazy to people to be.
Especially having that.
So,
I got to get my kids in that. That's what they say is one of the best things is MMA and just learning the ground game and the whole nine, man.
No, for sure. For sure. And I feel like it gives them a lot of confidence that they need. You know what I mean? I feel like if a lot more kids did martial arts, or, because, the people who fight and practice fighting don't get into no fights really
at all. Yeah,
and they let a lot of stuff slide because they know they
can.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I know I can do this to you, so I'm not finna mess with you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's really good.
You notice the body language for a lot of people. Like, they probably the person to play with just because you can tell.
I'm not gonna lie, it's done a lot for me in general with my attitude. Like it really has. There's a lot of stuff sometimes I be like, dude. It's taught me a lot of patience.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Especially being in my weight class, because like the dudes I spar with, one of them was like 350 pounds.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So this nigga gets me to the ground and gets on top of me. It's kind of like,
a wrap. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it teaches you a lot of patience and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. That's excellent, man. Congratulations, man, on the gold, man. So let's jump into this film career, man. So you've been in a lot of movies, but you wrote this particular movie, from my understanding, right?
So the Church I wrote.
Okay, let's get into that, man. So describe to the people, the theme is loyalty and betrayal, right? From my understanding. Loyalty and betrayal, right?
Yeah.
I would say, but from your perspective, what would you say? Because you wrote it, right? What would you say for the people that maybe have not seen it yet? What would they see? What would they expect?
Well, they need to watch it ASAP.
Yeah. No, it's a good movie. Yeah.
So and it's my first one, so a lot of people are pretty surprised when they see it.
Yeah.
Really, it's just a lot of stuff I've seen in the streets. Like sometimes things just don't go how they're planned, and karma will come get you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Karma's always.
It's a real thing. Yeah. That's a real thing. Yeah.
You always got something to answer for.
Yeah, I'm always telling my kids that all the time, man. That one split thing, man, you always got to answer for it. That's straight up.
Got something to answer for.
And so then you executively produced this also, right? So talk a little bit about that, right? So what, for people that don't know, right? So if you're the main actor or whatever actor piece, how does it work as far as executive producing, writing, and then you got to be in the film? Like, how does that all play? Like for people that don't understand the pieces.
The director is a big part too.
Okay.
Shout out to Dennis Reed. He directed that.
Okay.
I also got a movie that we just finished editing today.
Okay.
And it's called Smoke and Mirrors.
Smoke and Mirrors.
Smoke and Mirrors. Yeah. So it should be out. Hopefully, I'm gonna go home today when I leave here. They sent me the final edit, so I'm gonna look at it today, and it should be out within the next couple of months.
Okay, great. So what platform will you put that on?
It's going on Amazon and Tubi.
Congrats. Okay. Yeah. So what's the play with that, right? So, and I want to, actually, before we go there first, so the executive side of it, how does that all work as far as executive producing? Yeah.
Executive producer is the one that basically finances.
Okay. So you got to come with the funding, the whole nine. Yeah. Got it. Pay everybody, the whole budget. Okay.
And make sure everything goes through. Script writing, the script is me. The acting, I picked all the actors. I picked all the actors in this next one too.
That's hard to do, man. To cast and be able to feel that energy for different people, man.
It is, but it's not. You know, I got some game from Dennis. One time I was like, because I was finna put a whole bunch of rappers in there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna put a whole bunch of rappers in the movie and make it pop.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I don't use rappers. And I'm like, why? And he was like, well, rappers got egos. He's like, and which makes sense. That's why, in this next movie, I got my homeboy G Perico in there, but I didn't pick no rappers to be in there. And I'm like, actors act. He's like, you're not gonna hire a mechanic to do the plumbing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I want a rapper to play a dope fiend, he's not really gonna be into it like he should.
Yeah.
If I want him to play a snitch or if I want him to get beat up, depends on what he might make him look like, because they always want to look good.
Yeah.
Actors act.
They're going to get into it.
They get into the part. They don't have an ego. They don't have an image to portray from the music they're doing and stuff like that, which made a lot of sense. So that made it a lot easier for me to pick out people.
Okay.
And then everybody I picked, I feel like I was in movies with before. Because before my movie, I was in like 8 movies.
Okay, yeah. So you got a big resume.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I picked out people who I thought could do the roles really well.
Okay. Yeah, you did a good job, man. The casting is no joke, man.
Yeah.
How'd you learn how to act, man? Did you go to school for that? Like, how did you figure that? Because you seem like a natural.
Yeah, I did.
And I'm not just saying that. Like, it's hard to do.
I did take one class, but I feel like it's from all the videos.
So you were trained for this, man. You were trained for this.
I've shot a lot of videos.
Okay.
Yeah, I've shot a lot of music videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just that repetition of being able to do that and just get into
in front
it.
of the camera. Yeah.
Okay. That's excellent. That's excellent. So I'm sorry, I might have missed it. The movie that you're about to come out with, what did you say it's called?
Smoking Mirrors.
And what is that all? What would that be about?
I really don't want to say too much about it. But I'm sure it's a little more you probably got to think about it. It's a little more suspense based than this last movie was.
Okay.
I'm trying to elevate each one because I feel like with Loyalty Over Trust, it's a great movie, but I missed the crowd of people. Like, I got all the homies watching it, but the church ladies ain't watching it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
It's like Tom and Kevin in the gym, they didn't see it.
Got it.
So I want to make something that's kind of like
universal. Yeah, I get it.
But at the same time, that keeps in touch with people. You know,
I get it. Can you say who's in the movie at all? Are you able to mention that? Some of the cast.
Other than G. Perico, it's kind of like some of the same cast members.
Okay. All right. Your main guy in it was excellent, man. Your brother that was in it. What's his name?
Ro. His name is
he's
Ro
excellent.
Spitz.
He's excellent.
The main character. Yeah, I picked him for that.
Okay. Yeah. Where is he from?
He's from Detroit.
Okay, so that's Midwest. Okay, Midwest brother. That's what. So Chris, he's not here, man, but he's from Detroit. Cole. Yeah. That's what's up. So I want to go just side note for a little bit. I know this is failed a little bit, man. But how'd you feel about the Las Vegas 2.0, man, with Hollywood? My understanding is it's canceled, man. I don't think it's gonna come back on the ballot.
I don't think it is, but my next movie I'm shooting out here for sure.
Okay, love that. Yeah, we need it. We need it, man.
And probably every movie after that I'll probably shoot out here.
Okay.
I love Detroit. Detroit's a wonderful place, but I feel like I could do a lot here. Yeah. A lot more here. Yeah. And I get a lot more support. Okay. Than what I would out there. I don't feel like nobody here is going to tell me no. Like if I ask to use something, like they're not going to say no. Other than me being out there trying to search around and do a lot of stuff. Yeah.
That's perfect. That's perfect. What do you like better, man? Do you like acting or rapping? If you had to choose.
If I had to choose, probably the acting.
Okay.
I feel like.
Wow, I was lost on that. I thought you were gonna say the rapping. Okay.
No, because with the rap, what I've noticed with the acting, it's not as many head stares. Like me being a rapper, people always looking upside my head.
How so?
Just because what I be rapping about, basically, and it's a kind of a tough guy image. So sometimes every time you go somewhere, you got to be with people. People expect the image. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I feel like if I had never did movies and came in here just for the rapping, I'd be juried all the way down.
Yep.
20 niggas with me. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the acting is kind of like a little more calmer, but I like it because and I'm not gonna lie, I get approached more by people that have seen the movies than I do for the music.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's crazy because the crowds are different because, like, even say this like past week, there was this rap battle thing I had to be at. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes when dudes be just looking at me, I'll be like, hey, what's up, man? My name Yowda. I'm like, oh, I already know. And I'm like, why you ain't say nothing, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's just staring at me. Like, a lot of people will stare at me and won't say anything. But, with the movies, it's like, hey, man, you the one in the movie. You know what I'm saying? The energy's different.
That's
you get
wild.
A lot different energy, yeah.
Because they intimidated or they don't know what they're going to get.
Or just intimidated or they don't want to be like, I was on that. Because they feel like I might be like, oh, he was on my nigga nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? With the movies, people don't act like that. But with rappers, they do.
I can't stand that, man. If you like somebody, man, listen, say it.
I've been places with like rappers that are, a lot more popular. Yeah. And people ask them for a picture and then won't say nothing to me because like, oh, he from here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like people won't, because I'm from around here, people won't want to engage with me like they engage with other people.
So that's probably the problem with supporting your own, man. Just be hating.
It's a lot of hate.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hate.
How can we change that, though?
I don't think it's ever going to. Listen, everybody I've had a problem with, I've never met.
I already know you're going. Yeah.
So everybody I've had a problem with in the music industry that are from here, I didn't know I had a problem with them until after they said something about me or, on a diss song or something like that or something. It's just like, bro, come on, man.
And we've never met before. That's crazy.
They could have walked past me a million times. I would have spoke. Like, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, it is what it comes with the territory.
That's wild. What you think happens with this AI, man? The AI is taking over, man. So what do you think? Okay, so why? Because I got mixed feelings about AI. So
I feel like it's a cheat code. I feel like it's gonna make
it is cheat code.
I feel like it's gonna make people lazy. I feel like the creativity is gonna get taken away from a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And me being an artist or even like writing scripts, like I had my homeboy one time, he went through AI and was like, I got a sequel for Loyalty Over Trust.
Already.
Like, he put it in there. Yeah, he put it in there and it broke down a sequel. And some of it was cool, but he was, you still gotta put something to it. But I'm like, I'm not going off a blueprint. Like, this is my creativity. This came from my mind. You know what I'm saying? This came like from my soul, basically. This is me.
Yeah.
You know, my art is a part of me.
Yeah.
So I don't like it. I think it's gonna mess up a lot of stuff. I think it's gonna take away a lot of jobs.
It already is.
Yeah,
it already is. But like what I'm seeing is like how do I train it to make me better is how I'm utilizing it, right? Because I agree with you. It's making like my kids, 9 and 11, they can just go to this and whole cheat code where, I don't know how old you are, I'm 45. Yeah. We used to go to the library and you got to do the whole encyclopedia, like learn your
encyclopedia collection. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
and you could do it in less than a second, try to figure out the whole setup. But what I'm seeing, is the point of like helping it train myself to learn a little bit better. Hey, teach me about this, teach me about that. How do I better ask this? Or you know what I mean? Like those are the things that I feel that are helpful.
I feel like Google is enough.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah.
I do feel like Google is enough.
Yeah.
I just feel like everything is going to take a lot of people's jobs. I feel like sooner or later we're not even going to have sports.
Well, you're not going to know what the hell the difference is because it's so good. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like we're not going to have sports. I feel like it's just going to take creativity out of everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're either going to be a mate or have one.
Yeah. That's going to be tough. Yeah.
But now they got things cleaning up everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I just can't see where we're going to be at 20 years from now, man. It's going to be wild. It's going to be super really wild. Yeah. Just business and just life advice in general, man. I always ask everybody this, man. What's the biggest lesson that's made an impact on you or that you could share with an entrepreneur or artist right now that
the biggest
that
lesson?
They should hear? Yeah, biggest lesson or business decision maybe that you've made that you maybe made a mistake on or maybe it's worked for you. What would you say is the biggest lesson or business advice that you could share?
Man, work hard and stay prayed up.
Yep. I'm with you. Yeah, it's going like life go like that.
Just work hard and stay prayed up, man.
Yeah,
like whatever you're going through is. I mean, my grandpa used to say, when you're going through hell, keep going.
Where your grandfather from?
He's from Arkansas originally.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 97 right now.
And good blood. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah. You can learn a lot, man, especially from the older people. Just listen to them.
His little phrases and stuff. I post a lot of them, a lot of stuff he says, man. I talk to him on the phone like, "Oh, gee, what's up? Give me some game."
Yeah.
Oh, well, he like to say something slick and then get off the phone.
That's the old, and I'm about to tear this up, man. That old African proverb talks about that. Just learning the books in the library from older people, man, and learning that wisdom. Like your grandfather being 97. It's so crazy. My father's 84, and I want to interview him just to get all of that knowledge. You know what I mean, and just learn and just all them nuggets, man. I want to get it recorded.
And he's still kicking. He's like, he's still
97
like
sharp.
Yeah, if I call him right now, he'll be like, "Hey, what's going on? Ain't nothing shaking but the bacon." He always says something slick to say, stuff
that's what's
like
up.
That.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah. What's next for you, man? I mean, you got movies. What else did you want to accomplish, man? You've been in a lot of different lanes, man.
Right now, this next movie is my main focus. Putting the soundtrack out for it. The Loyalty or Trust has a soundtrack to it too.
Okay. I gotta listen to it. Okay, I gotta listen to the soundtrack.
All the music in the movie is on the soundtrack.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wouldn't have thought of that. I should have listened to the soundtrack before you came on. Yeah. Okay. Who you got on the soundtrack?
Just me.
Okay.
Me.
Okay.
Me. Yeah.
Smart. Yeah. Smart play.
Me,
I do want to ask you about just music. Just stepping back for 1 second. I know I went down a different rabbit hole. This streaming, man. How do you feel about the way music is made and the money is made as far as streaming and Spotify and Apple and just YouTube? I mean, what's your take on all of that?
I feel like it's a gift and a curse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I do come from an era where Tower Records, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Stuff like that where I used to look at a cover and be like,
I want this and that. Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna listen to this because the cover is dope. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as far as like, I feel like the streaming and everything, how it's based now on the internet, is keeping a lot of kids out of some bull that they would have got into.
I agree.
If it wasn't around.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though the money is letting them do some stuff they probably ain't got no business doing.
For sure.
But it is helping a lot of more people and their families and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. It just depends on how you look at it.
For sure.
I don't think the artists are getting as much money as they should. You know what I mean?
You're getting robbed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Food is a big conversation for me, man. I'm a big foodie, man. And you being from Vegas, man, what's your favorite restaurant?
Vegan.
That's even better.
Yeah, I've been vegan.
So what's your favorite vegan spot there?
Down to Earth.
Okay. Down to Earth. I don't think we've been. We've been in Down to Earth before.
You hasn't been in Down to Earth? It's right down the street.
Shoot,
Oh,
I
man.
don't think I've been to Down to Earth.
Black owned too.
That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah.
Off what street? Give me the street. Yeah.
It's right in Town Center.
Okay.
It's right there. It's right next to Blue Martini.
Damn, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
You kidding me? Okay, so
Down to Earth, man.
wait a minute. It's right across from Milano.
Yeah.
It's right across from Milano.
Yeah.
I know exactly where it is.
Down to Earth.
Wise guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I done been to Milano 5,000 times. I know Laura and Laura, friends of ours, have been on our show, but I got to check that out. I know exactly where it is. It's right on top of the it's like a cigar bar, like whiskey spot or something below it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's
Down
up.
to Earth, man.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Give me something else, man, because vegan, we don't usually have too many vegans on, man. So what else you like? Down to Earth sound fire.
Down to Earth sounds favorite. I'm trying to only shout out people I know.
Okay. Okay, I respect that.
Prones and Plants.
Okay.
Prones and Plants. My boy on Prones and Plants. He's open Thursday through Sunday, and he does a lot of mushrooms and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like all kind of oyster mushrooms.
Okay.
The lion's mane.
Okay.
He does a lot of stuff like that.
Okay.
Prones and Plants is another one that I really mess with a lot.
Man, he giving us 2 gems, man.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's
But
up.
Down to Earth definitely is the best.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Vegan spot in Las Vegas.
Okay, that's what's up.
Maybe on
man.
the West Coast.
That's what's up. I'm glad to hear that, man. You know Stacey Dugan at all, by any chance?
Stacey Dugan.
She had Simply Pure. She used to be downtown in Container Park for a long time.
I never had though, but that sounds familiar.
Vegan. Matter of fact, a lot of the artists, so like when Erykah Badu and Common and all them cats came to Vegas, she's the one that would cook for them.
Yeah.
So so she's solid. She's
I've
solid.
been vegan for like 8 years.
Anything else, man? I think I mentioned on anything else that I forgot to leave you out on, man, that you want to share that maybe I forgot to ask you?
Nah, man, we kind of covered everything.
Okay, that's what's up. What's your social handles, man? People can check you out on.
One Yowda, number 1 YOWDA. That's you can get me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Just type in YOW, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
I always tell people follow me if you need some inspiration or if you need a real reason to hate me. You can look on the internet and you're gonna find either one on there.
That's what's up, man. Well, check this fella out, man. Support what he's doing, man. Check his movies out, man. Very creative. Check us out at VegasCircle.com and subscribe with us, man. So appreciate you, brother. Thanks for your time, man.
You, man.
Yeah, that was solid, man. That was solid.
Sure.